Yeah, I was gonna speak. I'm gonna just speak and say this first, and whatever else the Holy Spirit wants to say after is fine. Um, there's a lot of things that are in the church that many people don't really have the knowledge of. You know, I'm gonna name a few of the things right now. One of the things is that there's angels always watching you and writing down your attitudes. They're writing down how you act. They're writing down, you know, those types of things, and then they report back to God and they tell God these types of things. Another part is, you know, depending on how you carry yourself while you're on earth and how you handle persecution and how you handle suffrage, how you handle how you handle with the little that God gives to you, it determines the reward system. So if you're suffering and you're just grumbling and complaining, obviously that's not good. If you're suffering and you're just enduring it and you're just like, well, it's whatever, it's just life, then that's good. If you're suffering persecution and you're getting mad and you're cursing these people and you're getting mad and you're not blessing them, and you obviously know that that's not good. But if you're persecuting and you're praying for these individuals and you're blessing those that curse you, then obviously that's good. It's also the attitude that you do things. Also, it's not just doing it also and then, but inside you're rebelling, but inside you're mad and you're still aggravated by the situation. You're like, man, I may be blessing you right now, but in my heart, I'm cursing you. It is those types of things. Um, so it's important to be a cheerful countenance and bless those people with the knowledge that you have, that you've already made it, and these individuals haven't made it yet. So um, it really does determine what you people do. So definitely, you guys should definitely be watching your attitudes and how you act, because God is witnessing all those attitudes that you act and how you react to things and the things that you do, and whether you react nicely or you take offense to it, you start getting angry. God watches all of that. He sees all of that. There's nothing that He doesn't see. His eyes are brighter than 10,000 suns. So he sees through everything. Nothing is hidden from Him. Everything is exposed. He knows what you're gonna do. You could be telling Him I love you, but God is just, all He hears is you getting mad. You're screaming it with the angry tone. You're telling Him I love you, but you're angry. So He hears the anger that's coming from you while you're telling Him I love you. Like, you say I love you, but how you sound it sounds like you hate Him. And so He sees it. He sees it for what it actually is. He sees the future sins that you're gonna have in your life, how you get mad, and the things that He's gonna do that's gonna get you mad, and how you're gonna react to things. He sees all of it. So there's nothing that's actually hidden from Him that you could withhold from Him, that you're able to be like, no, Lord, I'm not like that, or I would never do things like that. Is He sees He sees all of it. So this is something many people just go on their walk and they forget God. I do it too, and I get caught up in the cares of the world, and next thing I know, I start forgetting God, and I start doing, I started doing those types of things, but yeah, and just like how, suffrage is just suffrage, people. It's not really anything that you guys have to really experience for after you go to heaven. You don't even have to experience the suffering right here on earth. Just like how when you bake something, and sometimes it comes out good, sometimes it comes out not so good. That's just life, how it is. You don't. That's the good thing. That's it isn't the imperfection that's in life that adds to its own not personality, but uh, But definitely, God is watching everything. There's nothing that's escaping His eyes. If people think that you're fooling Him, or you're able to deceive Him, or there's something inside of you that you feel like He's not witnessing, or you're not scared of your own thoughts, or you feel like yourself like you're a saint and you have nothing to worry about because you would have never cursed God. That's scary. That's scary to me. That's straight up saying like, I'm good. I trust in myself. I trust my heart. Forget that, man. If people are not repenting about these wicked, if people are not repenting about the wickedness that is inside your heart, um, if people are not repenting about the wickedness that is inside your heart, and getting rid of all that gunk and getting rid of all that is inside of you, because God sees it for what He is. You may think that you're singing praises, and you're doing this and you're doing that, but in reality, people, how do I say it? There's pastors that are in hell right now. I'm sure this situation has happened before. That pastors are in hell right now. Pastors are in hell right now who preached sermons of love, how much they love God, and how much they adore Him, and they're probably cursing. There's plenty of pastors cursing God right now in hell. So people, get rid of all that hatred that you have. Only God knows all, and you're not going to be able to deceive Him. As much as you think that you're as good as you people think that you are, you're not. That's like you saying like, no, I'm actually good. I wouldn't do things like that. That's what it's like saying. You're not really confessing that you're wicked, and that you're totally dependent on God for everything, whether it's your emotions, whether it's your feelings. So don't think that you could get away with some of the stuff that you guys say, and then you're like, no, Lord, I love you. But in reality, your heart is like backwards. It's basically saying that you hate God, but you hate certain things. But I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to condemn you. I'm just trying to tell you to repent, because that's not good. Only God alone knows the wickedness that is inside your heart. I don't know the wickedness that is inside your heart, and if I would, I will risk exalting myself if I looked at the wickedness of your heart, because I'd be like, man, that's some wickedness right there. So lay this to heart that God knows everything that is inside your heart. You're not as good as you think you are in your heart. God knows all the wickedness inside your heart. I made a post a couple of days ago how it's like God knows all my vanities. He knows all my pride. He knows all my hatreds, all my maliciousness. He knows it all. And I may cry at this moment and that moment, but He also knows how wicked I am. He also knows. I would do blasphemous things, and that's Him alone that He knows, and that's not between me and Him, but that's He alone knows that type of stuff, and nobody's gonna be able to, what do I say? And so for me to be sitting here and crying and being like, oh man, I love you, God, thank you for everything. In the bigger picture, He already knows the next time I'm gonna be mad at Him, and nothing's gonna surprise Him, nothing's gonna catch Him off guard about what I do, because He already knows, and that's not good, people. So we should definitely humble ourselves and pray God preserves us, and He heals us. He heals the iniquity that is in our heart, because these are issues of the heart. And these are issues of what's in our heart that we want to do, and it's has to deal with our hearts. So if you feel and you want to trust your heart, go ahead. But that's not smart. If you want to trust in Christ alone and confess your faults, that He cleanses you from all unrighteousness, that's smart. What else? Yeah, that's about it. I don't really want to get too much into vain babblings, because now I just start rambling, and I'm trying to express one thing, and I'm saying all these different things to express one thing, and I'd rather say 5 words of knowledge instead of 1,000 words blah blah blah. But keep your head up. Keep basically, you know, keep looking up. Keep looking up in the sky, because Christ is coming back, and keep putting yourselves into that heavenly perspective. That you know that this is already over. It's already said and done. You already won it, essentially. Uh, Not you already won essentially, but you're already in heaven, and many of these people are not going to heaven. People, as much as I preach, and as much as I say this, and as much as I do that, I cannot. I don't. Not everybody's gonna get saved. As much as I would like everyone to get saved, the reality is many people have so much trauma in their lives that are not allowing that is causing them to reject God's love. Many people have this delusion in their minds that Christ is condemnatory, and he's not, but he's actually compassionate, and they think that Christ is the one to blame, but the enemy just makes an image of God that is not really him, and it's not really accurate. You could just pray to God that Christ reveals himself to you, that you're able to know for yourself instead of hearing it off of the biases, and just get closure from yourself, from Christ, instead of waiting at the great white throne judgment and he's telling you, I did this and I did this for you, and you're like, Lord, no. But it's like, no, that was, and then finally you get closure there, only to go into the lake of fire. So ask Christ for closure now, because you guys need it. Ask Christ for healing, for the river of life to heal you, to heal the iniquity that is in your heart, because you guys definitely need that type of closure inside of your heart. You need those types of yeah, you need that type of, you need to release these people and forgive these people, because God knows if you have forgiven people, or you just, he knows if you've truly forgiven someone, he knows if you haven't. So with God, there's no fooling. With God, there's God. So on that note, don't be too mechanical, people. God knows, he knows if you're being a fake Christian, or not a fake Christian, but he knows when you're faking it to make it. It's not good. But everybody has their own flaws. I'm not here to condemn you. I'm just here to try to sharpen you and try to warn you that God sees it for what it really is. You're not gonna be able to fool him, because he's God. So if you feel in your heart that you're good, or you're a good person, and you deserve heaven, whatever it is that you feel, whatever it is that you build yourself around.